Good morning, all. We continue our book reading this morning, Advanced Selling Strategy by Brian Tracy. Okay, yesterday we looked at price in its place, what to say when price comes up with a client or customers, how to convince them that quality is the major thing and not considering price. Today we're looking at your price is too high. I'm sure it will be telling us maybe what to say or how to actually defend that phrase when we get comments like that from our client and customer on page 376. So we know that what is important is not the price objection itself, but the real reason behind the price objection. So whenever a person challenges your price, instead of arguing, you must probe and investigate to find out what the prospect really means. The first question you might ask is, why do you say that? Sometimes the prospect has no reason at all. Sometimes he objects to any price on the basis of habit. It is a knee-jerk reaction. Whatever you do, don't overreact. Just ask politely and curiously, why do you say that? Maybe he doesn't want to buy right now, so he will object to any price. I've had experience with customers who object to any price because they are really not interested in buying what you're selling. If your product cost $500 and you offered it to him for $5, he would still complain about the price. He may be short of cash or in a real financial bind. He may not be considering an additional cash outlay. No matter how attractive your product or service is. If this is the case, you can ask, what do you think you will be? What do you think you will be in the market? Sorry, when do you think you'll be in the market? What will have to happen before you seriously consider this offer? Or when the prospect complains about your price, you can ask him, why do you feel that way? As I said earlier, people are usually very open to telling you why they feel a particular way. When you ask him why he feels that your price is too high, he will usually tell you his reasons. His reasons may be firm or flimsy, but it is the reason that you're looking for rather than the mere objection on the basis of price. Sometimes your prospect wants to maneuver you into quoting a low price. It is common for some business people to grind salespeople as a form of sport, or it may be customary in their own businesses to quote high and sell low, and they feel that this is the same in your business. People also hate to leave anything on the table. If they feel that by negotiating they can get a better price out of you, they will be absolutely determined to negotiate. And if there is the slightest thought in their mind that they have not brought you down so low as you can go, in many cases, they won't even buy at all. So find out if the price objection is a negotiating flaw and be prepared to deal with it accordingly. By the way, you should never offer a price concession or discount until after the prospect has made it clear that he wants to buy your product or service. You should never use a price reduction to arouse buying desire. You should never use a price reduction to arouse buying desire. It is too early in the process. A discount is like a trump card that you can use at the critical moment to push the prospect over the psychological edge. But if you use it too soon, you will have nothing left to give when you come to the end of your sale. You can actually lose the sales by offering a low price before the customer has decided that he wants to own what you're selling. The basic rule in selling is that buying desire reduces price sensitivity. The more he wants it, the less sensitive he is to price. When his desire is white hot because of your ability to show him the tremendous value he will receive, he'll become determined to buy it, and small differences in price will not stand in his way. We'll look at price versus value, the prospect perspective. Price versus value, the prospect perspective. Said when you meet your prospect for the first time and begin discussing your product and its price, your prospect has a particular way of viewing the discussion. From where he sits, your price seems high and your value seems low. Because you have not yet had a chance to build value, your price seems out of proportion to your offering. Imagine two balloons. One is large, the other is small, and they are connected by a thin tube. When you meet the prospect, the first balloon with a P for price is on it is huge, and the second balloon marked V for value is small. Whichever of these two you talk about grows. If you talk about price from the very beginning, the price balloon grows by withdrawing air from the value balloon. But if you talk about value, the value balloon grows and the price balloon shrinks the same way. As you describe the benefits of owning your product in details, and especially when you press the customer's hot button, the value balloon grows and the price balloon shrinks. If you have correctly identified the prospect's problem or need and focused your entire presentation on how your product or service can help him, by the end of the sales conversation, the value balloon in the customer's mind will be substantially larger than the price balloon. And the customer will be ready to buy based on the merit of your offering rather than on its price tag. Continued price resistance is a clear indicator that you have not yet answered the question, what is in it for me? In satisfactory details, you must focus more on selling, and you are only selling when you are describing the specific benefits that the customer will enjoy from owning and using your product. Okay, so this is where we'll stop for our reading this morning. So when clients or prospects say your price is too high, maybe they may say that out of habit, or maybe they are not ready to actually buy at that moment, or maybe they've not actually seen reasons why they should buy your product at that moment at such price. So when having sales conversation with a client or a customer, tend to focus on the value rather than talk about the price, where the pages we've read earlier on has warned us and instructed us that even when they talk about price, it is best to leave price for a later discussion, or maybe when the customer has actually decided that okay, he or she wants what you're selling before you can start discussing price. But price issue shouldn't come up earlier in your sales discussion with whomever you're meeting or whomever you want to sell your product or service to. So it is best to discuss your value, your benefits, what is in it for this customer when using your product, and talk about price. So I think it's a very, very important thing to take note of. He gives us an example of a large balloon and a small balloon. The large balloon is where you have the P for price, and the huge and it's huge, and the smaller balloon is marked V for value. So the more you talk about price in the customer's mind, the price, he's not seeing the value of what you're selling. What you're saying is, what he's seeing in his mind is just the price, the price, the price. But when you keep talking about the value, the benefits, the features, what he's going to enjoy while using this product, what the product is going to do for him, the price tends to shrink because you're selling quality to this man, and he knows that quality is better than, when you're buying quality things, you're not considering the price because it's quality. It is what's spending your money on it. So psychologically, mentally, it is important to shift your customers or your prospect mindset from pricing to value and to quality. So that's a brief summary of our reading this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.